All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Gotta keep this one a little shorter tonight, guys, so we're gonna jump right in here shortly. Hope you guys are doing well. See about 21 of you waiting. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Looking at a pumping market tonight. Got a pump right before CME. Got a big old gap. Probably gonna close it more than likely. Let's see what the market's doing. We got a super trashy wave structure, guys. It makes it this time, and this time of the these times like this in the market make it hard for Elliott wave analysis, and so sometimes Elliott wave analysis is completely contradicted by the chart movement. So that happens on occasion, guys. You got to understand that there's no certainty in any system and any way of analysis of the market. So we're going to do our best to look at the wave structure, guys. Going to show you some things that I'm seeing, some bullish and some bearish ideas. I'm going to call it a night. I don't have a lot of time to do a bunch of a bunch of requests. So with that said, welcome. Good to see you, Jane. Hey, Sean, and hey, Jay, Crypto Fever. What's up, buddy? Hey, Josh. Good to see you as well. All right, let's jump in. We're going to jump right into the market. Don't forget, not financial advice. Never that. Just trying to show you how I see the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Again, kind of a challenging time here. All right. So we're looking at this correction here, this large correction, and there's a good chance that's done. It's complete. The problem with embracing a complete correction, one of the issues is the fact that the wave structure down here just it's so correct. It's corrective in nature rather than impulsive. So it's really providing some challenging analysis here. This wave structure down here, super corrective. Now I've spent many weeks on this structure here, talking about do we have a fifth wave down or not. The market is pumping like crazy in this wave, and everything is so corrective in nature. But this might be the move, a move to the upside that all the market's been waiting for. It could go parabolic on us. It could, or it could just be a corrective wave that has more downside. So we don't know. We don't know exactly, so let's just look and see what we've got, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at this point. I got it on the line chart right now just because it shows the opens and the closes here. I've got a nice channel here, and what you'll notice here on this channel. Let me move some of this up. Sorry, let me move some of this out of the way. See if you can see it a little bit better. There we go. Get these fibs as well out of the way just for a moment. There we go. Is that we've respected the channel pretty much. The opens and the closes there. If you take it to the candlestick chart, obviously things wick down and up, but pretty much we're respecting the channel quite well. The question is, are we going to correct here a little bit, consolidate, and then break up and out of the channel? Or is this the end of a WXY correction? Okay, we have to sit up and take note of that possibility. Okay, we are overbought, but it is the first hit. There can be more upside, absolutely more upside. What you can see here, for me, this is three waves all day long. That wave structure is a three-wave move. I've never questioned it. I have questioned it actually, but I've never. Every time I analyze that wave, it's three waves. It comes to a 1618 extension, no matter how I pull the fibs, and we've got a three-wave move right there. Generally speaking, here, let's look at the next wave structure here. We've got another three-wave structure here as well. Right there again. Now I have gone back and forth between a 5-wave and a 3-wave there, but only with this wave, with this price action, only a 3-wave makes sense. So we're going to call this a 3-wave move as well. I have looked at this both as a 3-wave and a 5-wave. It seems on the line chart very 3-wave-ish, whereas on the candlestick chart, it can be an extended 5th wave potentially and be 5 waves. Looking at the line chart, I'm inclined to 3 waves. So let's just continue on here. This wave right here, I've never questioned that as far as, and I've been balking at this wave structure and how it's been coming up, because this is 5 waves all day long. All day long is 5 waves. And I look at it on all time frames and I've got an impulse wave. So what do you do with all that? What do you do with all that? Well, the best I can do with it is look at this right here as a 3, 3, 5 correction. And that is an ABC. It is a running flat, technically speaking. That's the best I can do with the wave structure. If I ignore the wave counts, then I could try to come up with some kind of a bullish count, right? I can come up with some kind of a bullish wave structure, like a 1-2-1-2 or something like that, to the upside. If I ignore the smaller time frame wave structure, but I personally can't do that. Having a hard time doing that. So we got a 3-wave move here. Okay, we got a 3-wave move here. So we got 3 and 3. And what followed is right now up to this point is 3 waves. If I pull the fibs just on this wave here alone, we've come to the 1618. Okay, this wave as well, if you look at it, came to the 1618. On the candlestick chart, it actually came up to the 1618, but this actually went past the 1618 on the line chart. But nonetheless, we've got a 1618 extension here. So that's not uncommon for 3 waves. Lately, especially in the market, it just seems pretty normal. Okay, so if let's just say this is a 3-wave move that just finished or is in the process of finishing, we've got a 3 here, a 3 here, and then another 3, and it's all channeling, which would imply this could be a possible count, a WXY correction. If you pull the fibs on that entire move, you'll see that we came beyond the 786 here on the 4-hour. We came beyond the 786. It's possible we could wick up to the 1-to-1, or this may be all she wrote. Now, obviously, the price action as it keeps pumping up, it doesn't give you the sense that it's ever going to stop. Well, we know that waves that pump up, they eventually do stop, guys. They do stop, and they do turn around. And they turn around once you FOMO'd into it, right? So this big liquidity grab here was indeed that, a liquidity grab for all the stops that were placed above this range, for sure. And it went up and took it out. So that's one way of analyzing the wave. That means that puts this as a corrective wave, all right? And then we would be, this would imply that the next move should be an impulse to the downside potentially, or some other kind of correction, or this is the first wave of a larger, more complex correction. That this thing could come down in 3 again, or it could come down impulsively and make a lower low. Now, I'm not here to tell you what it's going to do. I can't do that. I don't know what it's going to do. I never do. I tell people that all the time. I say that all the time. All I can do is look at these wave structures and try to be true. Try to be true to the Elliott wave rules here. and you know, and go with it. Yeah, I mean, MySim, yeah, absolutely. You would definitely have to call that some kind of truncated fifth wave. You know, it just doesn't have a 5-wave structure in my world. But you'd have to say that. You would have to say that, you know, it has some kind of a weird, and then it is what it is. Okay? So, in other words, you'd have to call this your fifth wave right there. And, you know, I suppose you could. I suppose you could. Got this big giant 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then a 5. I'm not a huge fan of that, but the market can do whatever it wants to do, and if that's 5 waves, but that's super sketch. That's super trash, really. Hey Brian, it's not so much. I'm not offering here a bear count. I'm just saying that this is something I hadn't seen until this happened. I also said that the count that I offered, the 1, 2 to the downside, is invalid if it breaks the high. Okay, I didn't say every bear count is invalid. I said the count that I was looking at. So I was looking at the 1, 2 right here, and I said very clearly that this count gets invalidated if it breaks that high. I didn't go over every count possible in the world, and now that we have other wave structure, I've got to look at the wave structure and be true to what I'm seeing. As far as a bias is concerned, you know, I stay as neutral as possible. Guys, I was if you were in my Elliott, if you were in my group, I was bullish as anything down here. I was bullish. I was bullish right here, looking for an up move there. Bullish down here. Okay, we traded this down. We traded this up. I was super bullish right in here, waiting for an up move. But this, and I'll be honest with you, right here, this wave right here changed my mind. That one wave changed my bias to the downside because of what it was doing. I was looking for a much larger move to the upside. Here, I was longing. I was looking for longs, but this thing just kept coming down and as an impulse. So then, at that point, once that impulsed on me, looking for a 3-wave back, and then the shorts, and I hit that short. Then it came back in 3, and we hit that short. We hit that long as well. I hit these shorts again. I hit all those little shorts, looking for that down move, and took out that level, and it is what it is. Took out that level. Now it is what it is. That's all I can do. I mean, so I sense a bunch of "I told you so" attitudes kind of popping in. I find that interesting. There are times when you're going to get the market right, and there are times when you're going to not get the market right. You're going to do the best you can with the analysis. And that's all I can do. How far can wave Y go up? Well, it needs to go up in 3 waves, Sean. Okay. So, and they need to be relatively symmetrical, right? But technically it can go all the way to the 1618 up here, 58K. I explained why I was biased, and I said basically that the 1-2 count was going to be invalidated. So, you know, once that high, and then I got to reevaluate and then move on from there. Okay. Eloquent Trade says I was eyeing 47,777 top, but weak rejection makes me think it retraces all the way to the larger golden zone, 51 to 53. Yeah, it's a pretty strong little pumpy pump going on in here. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you. All right, let's talk about bullish scenarios. So that's the only bearish count that I see. And my pleasure, Jack. My pleasure. So that's the only bearish count that I see is a W, X, and then a Y right there. That has a potential to be done. It is riding the channel, and it's possible to get some kind of rejection here. So. Watch out for that. Now another way to look at it potentially is maybe this is a WXY as well, something like that. I'm not a big fan of that, but that's 3. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. Leading diag, is that a possibility? A leading diag? You know what? That's an interesting potential. XTFM. It's definitely an interesting potential. Yeah, you just gotta send it. Just send me the link to your TradingView chart. Send me your TradingView link. Everything after the word .com. So I just need the last ending of .com. There, XGFM. Feel free. All right, while we're looking at that, let's look at, that's the bearish look. It would imply some kind of a downward move from here. Whether it goes down in 3 or 5, I don't know. Now, I'm not going to pull my email up here, Chemo. I'm not going to pull my email up here tonight. So I'm not going to pull it up on screen, so. Don't send it to my email unless you want just me and you to see it. Then I can be glad to look at it. All right, let's look at bullish counts here. Bullish count says on this macro that we've got a finished wave. We got a finished 3-wave system here. It's done. It's complete. It's finished. And we got a 1-2 and then a 1-2 working. Now I'm not a big fan of this because of this wave structure, guys. Again, as the title says, super trash. But if I ignore the internal wave count, just looking at the higher time frames, ignoring internal wave counts, you could go 1-2 and then 1-2. And now you're in the process of making a bigger wave. So this 1-2, as big as that is, we're looking for a third wave up here. Now, I'm not a big fan of this count. I'm not here to tell you this is going to happen. I'm just saying that, if I ignore the wave structure, which I can't really do. I don't do that with any kind of good conscience, right? That's why I've been bearish. This wave structure, to me, has been pointing down. The impulses have been pointing down. But, with the onset of this new wave, you've got to adjust a little bit. But still, I'm still inclined to that WXY potentially. But until that invalidates itself. But nevertheless, we could go 1-2. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So that could be all part of the third wave. Fourth and then fifth. So, there's a possibility, but on these corrections, we're going to have to get hidden bullish divergence so it can go on up. So we're looking for a break back down to the downside with hidden bull divergence on the lower time frame charts. Shoot, even the higher time frame charts like to see some hidden bull working. So if we're going up, we're going to see a correction. Okay, we're going to see a correction soon, and we're going to see hidden bullish divergence make its way onto the chart. Generally speaking, what you'd like to see as a trader, if you're looking for, just cleared my chart here. What you'd like to see is the kind of correction that of course BTC. This is the way BTC likes to go. It'll make a correction. It'll make another high, correction, another high. Then it'll come down real deep like that. Okay, and so it'll basically do that and then create. And what it'll do is go down in the RSI the whole time on the 1 hour chart. It'll create hidden bullish divergence, and then you'll be ready for the next move to the upside. And that's what you want to see for continuation. You don't get in, you don't jump in FOMO here on these big waves like you had today. You wait for the market to give it to you, okay? And how does it give it to you? You wait for the correction, okay? You let Bitcoin correct, pull back, and then give you that hidden bull. Okay, let me show you guys. Give you an example. Okay, there's all kinds of examples on this chart, but let me show you right here on this run up right here. I'll just show you how it played. Okay, so right here, let's see, right here, we got way overbought, very overbought. Okay, now we were overbought here and here, but we got really overbought here. Not there, sorry. Here. Now what happened is you got an initial correction down. Boom, that brought the wave down to there. That brought the RSI down to there. You got a 3-wave move back up. It broke the high. And then a 5-wave move down like that. And when you get that 5-wave move down right there, what that gave you is hidden bullish divergence that you couldn't ignore. And now you're long for Bitcoin to go again. And now you're long. And every time it corrected, it gave you hidden bullish divergence. Every time on these pullbacks, it gave you hidden bullish divergence. And that hidden bull, okay, exactly, Juan. I was going to go over that shortly. But that hidden bull is what you want to see. If you're a bull and you want to get in this market, you think it's going to continue going up, that's fine. That's fine. How do you get in this market if you're not currently in? Well, you wait for a pullback that's going to look something like this. It's going to give you a correction that's substantial, and that brings the RSI back down to these regions so that we can get the hidden bull and the continuation that we're looking for. So that's how you enter the trade, guys. That's what you're looking for if you want to go long on this thing. As Juan just rightly pointed out, let me get over here and clear my chart a little bit. On the daily chart, we've got hidden bearish divergence in the works. Now, it's not fully developed, but it's definitely there. Looking at this peak right here, which is correspondent to the highest peak there, today's price action has overtaken that in the RSI, whereas price has not overtaken that peak. That is what we call hidden bearish divergence. Okay? That'll let you know that this bullish move is reaching a place where it could be getting exhausted and it needs a pullback. That hidden bearish divergence can be satisfied by a simple 3-wave move that brings it all the way back down, resets the RSI. You get a 3-wave move like this, and you get up another move again. That could totally happen. In fact, this WXY that I showed you could be followed by a 3-wave move and then be followed by another something like that. And we've been talking about that for a while, and that could be our part of our triangle. And that's the other bullish count that I see. Okay? Now, I don't think it's quite ready to dump, but it could be. But I don't think it's quite ready to dump. It needs to do a little bit more work on the smaller time frame, on the 1 hour. It needs a little bit more work up here to mess around here. We're gonna get an initial pop to the downside We definitely will. We'll probably go close the CME gap sooner than later, I would think. But there's probably a little bit more wave action to go. Just keep in mind, yeah, we're overbought here, and this does need I mean, we're super overbought on the 1 hour. It needs a correction. Okay, it definitely needs a correction. But it doesn't mean it's going to go down forever. It doesn't mean it's going to come way down here. It could, but it doesn't mean that. It simply means that this RSI needs to have time. So if price starts coming down very slowly and choppy, that's gonna be a corrective wave, okay? While the RSI is coming very deep comparatively, okay? Then what we're going to be looking for is the hidden bullish divergence on the screen, okay? However, if this starts moving down with some legs, get some impulsive nature like this wave, and that's an impulse. If it starts getting an impulse down, that's going to be telling. That's going to be interesting, okay? Because from that impulse, we'd be looking for a pullback and a continuation, more than likely, okay? So that's kind of where we are, guys. That's where we are. Okay, let's just talk about the macro ideas and the micro ideas, and then we'll call it an evening, guys. I don't have time to do a bunch of other charts tonight, unfortunately, but I do want to. Just wanted to pop on and make sure I go over the ideas here. I've got some people in the Discord to take care of, and you know, they're high priority people. That and the Discord is high priority, so I need to take care of that as well. So that said, let me just review what we've talked about. We offered the idea that this could be a WXY, and it totally could be. And I wouldn't be cocky thinking, no, it's not. No, it's not. I wouldn't be certain that it is either, right? I said this the last time, and the last time I made the video, in the last video, I said, I don't know where it's going. It could spike up. It could. And I talked about it. I said, if it does, it is what it is. I have no certainties here, just talking about potential and what the waves look like, okay? And their structures, okay? So this structure, as of right now, it has a viable WXY potential. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be followed by a big, strong impulse, though it could be, I imagine. It could be followed by an impulse wave that gets us down here. And that's still, and what that could be is a finishing move for this. And that's the one we've been looking for. This just got up a little higher than we expected or hoped, okay? So that's a possibility. Okay, so that's possibility. That's a bearish count there. Okay, a second idea is that we could have a triangle going on. This WXY is still in play. We could get a little three-wave move back, smaller, and then another three-wave move back to the upside. We could have a larger, some kind of three-wave move there. Now, more than likely, that's not the case in triangles. You generally get in triangles. You generally get more simple zigzag and flat variety rather than WXYs. Okay, so I would say less likely that, but nevertheless, this could also be some kind of a big WXY, or this could be a three-wave move here. We get a 3 here and a 3 here, and we got a 3, and we could get a 5 there. Some kind of a larger move. Now, that's a long way away for that. But my point is that the current structure is a WXY. It could go down impulsively from here, potentially. It's not out of the ballpark, guys. It really isn't. Okay? Or we could go down correctively from here. Not out of the ballpark. It really isn't. Okay? This could be a big bullish move, a big 1-2, 1-2. So we could be like in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, dealing with some kind of a big bullish wave. Okay, now if that's the case, you're not just going to jump in right here when you got the daily that's kind of overbought. You kind of overbought on the other time frames. You know, you're not just going to jump in here. What you're going to do is you're going to wait for Bitcoin to correct something like this, some of these pullbacks here. You're going to wait for a correction, okay? That gives you on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, stuff like that. Gives you the hidden bullish divergence that you want to see. And I just spent time showing you that. So if you're bullish and you're looking for a way to get in this market, wait for that pullback on the 1 hour, 2 hour charts, okay? And that's pretty much what I'm currently seeing, guys. I mean, that's what I'm currently seeing in the market as the options for Bitcoin. Okay, let's do just a little bit of correlation analysis here and see what we've got going on in Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum's been super trash as well. Okay, but I see the potential here, guys. We still got this 3-wave move working right here. This could totally be. I got fibs everywhere. Let me see if I can just get rid of the larger fibs here. Boom. There we go. What's interesting about Ethereum is, this wave right here is not super telling. Is that 5 or 3? Is that 5 or 3? That's challenging. This looks pretty certainly 3. Now, what do we got here? What do we got here? It could be a 5. This was definitely a 5. No doubt about that. But they went ahead and negated it nonetheless. Failed wave to the downside. But this is 3 here. And this is 3 potentially there. Or up to here, up to these levels here. Okay. This could come down as a flat. Totally could. Before it went up for another move. Could totally come down as a flat. Okay. But Ethereum has a history of running deeper and longer than you expect and higher than you expect. So, Ethereum is a bear in your side sometimes. Again, if you're long, if you're bullish, and you're looking for a move to the upside, then I would suggest and recommend that you wait on the 1 hour time frame for a move like this, where you see how price came down, but it didn't come down very deep, but the RSI did. That's hidden bullish divergence. Okay, that's hidden bull. Take that long. Okay, take that long. Wait for this thing to correct and for the 1 hour to get back to the oversold condition while price did not come to the same degree down. Let it create the hidden bullish divergence and then take the long after that. Wait, but be patient for it and wait for it if you're bullish. What's that going to do for you? Well, if you're wrong, if you're bullish and wrong about it, it's going to keep coming down and you're going to be glad you didn't FOMO into the top. Okay? However, if you are if you're bullish and right about it, you'll have a nice entry, a lower entry when you get the correction. You have a lower entry than FOMOing in at the top as well. Okay. Leading diagonal for wave 1. I still haven't seen your chart there, TFM. So just send me the link here in the chat. Okay, and that is not a leading diagonal in my world, but I imagine you could try to make it a leading diagonal. It just doesn't appear to be one to me. Seen plenty of leading diags, and just doesn't have the character of a leading diag to me. Okay. All right. So yeah. Yeah, I definitely would not be FOMOing here for sure. They've made it difficult to short it. There's no doubt about it. They've made it super difficult to short it. Look at this RSI straight sideways here. Super challenging, super sketch. So just waiting for this thing to finish here. Now, I'm not sure what the count is. Here. This resembles a 1-2. So this might be wave 3. We could get a 4 and a 5. Okay. We could get another 4 and then a 5 wave move. So we got to watch out for that. That 4 would come down here and then shoot. come down here. Then a 5 wave, you'd see some regular divergence before it came down deeper. More than likely. So, all right, guys, I've talked bullish, I've talked bearish. I don't know where the market's going to go. I've just shared some ideas on how to trade this thing. XRP, let's take a peek at that. That's not pumping as much as Bitcoin and Ethereum have. We had a fake break of the trend line to the downside. That was kind of trashy, and then back up. Here is a nice trend line here on XRP. Wouldn't be surprised to see this hit the top and come on up to the trend line again. We'll see if that does that. Yeah, we should be getting a CME, a dump to come and take this gap out. This is a CME chart. Take this gap out. I mean, that's a big old gap there. They're probably going to bring it down pretty good, at least down to here. So we'll see what happens. All right, ADA. I know a lot of people have been looking at ADA. We were looking at ADA needing another high based on the wave structure, and looks like we got a really ugly one, but nevertheless we got one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that wicked into there. Could be an ending diag on ADA right there. Ending diagonal. 1, 2. No, that's not an ending diag. Sorry. What's my problem? Oh, yeah. Okay. There it is. I see it. Yeah, I don't like it as an ending diag. It looks more like a 3-wave move. They could be making a flat here, guys. A, B, C. Right there. It's a flat. CME gap is at 44,785, John. So, yeah, they could be making a flat here, and then what that's going to do on the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, it's going to create hidden divergence down to the downside, and we'll have another long in ADA. So that's the way I would trade it. As far as that's what I'd be watching for. Watch for a move down, and if this gives you a 3-wave look, then you can go ahead and take the long for the next ride to the upside. If you're looking for more of a ride to the upside. But we're pretty overbought in ADA. But again, I want to see this come down like this for a flat. Maybe come down here. Come back up for a 5th wave. Boom. Create that divergence. Okay. And then maybe down we go again. That'd be what I'd be watching for. This could be just a 1-wave. See, off the bottom, this could be a truncated 5th wave here, and it finished. This could be 1, and then we need a 2. And after that 2, we go long. That could totally be the count there for ADA. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've shown you the WXY bearish count. I've shown you the triangle. I've shown you the big bullish count there could be. So what do you do with all that information? Well, you don't just pick one and jump in, okay? You need to trade with good risk management and make sure you're entering your trades at locations where you can stop them out for low risk and small loss, okay? So with that said, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to call it an evening. I've had a really, really busy week and a stressful week, and it was all I could do to get on here tonight. I apologize. Just stresses of life right now are just kind of coming down heavy, and not to mention the market isn't cooperating. So anyway, thanks guys for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the live. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next video, and take it easy. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.